As you can see, both sides of my hair are really defined. But was it the technique that got this definition, or was it the product? I decided to do a little experiment to find out. Product versus technique. Let's see. So let's go look at the wash and go. So I decided that I would use the same product. I'm going to show you the product at the end of the video. I would use the same product. I would just change the technique that I was using. So I'm using one technique on one side of my head and a different technique on the other side of my head. Let's see which one gets the most definition and lasts the longest. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just making sure that each section is smooth. And when I say smooth, I mean no tangles and no knots. So I make sure each section is smooth before I actually start the shingling process. And it's not so much of a shingling process, it's more so a shingle with a twist at the end. The twist at the end being the most important part of the process. And that twist at the end is what's going to get me the definition that I'm looking for. I'm also taking small sections. I'm adding the leave-in and the gel to each of those small sections. I smooth it down and then I start the technique. Again, I'm shingling my hair from the root of my hair to the end of my hair with a little twist at the end. Again, the twist is the most important part of the process. And I'm going to do that to the entire section of my head. When I finish with this side, I'm going to go to the other side, but I'm going to do a different technique. So now I'm on the other side. And on this side, I'm not going to shingle with the twist at the end. I'm going to rake my hair. So I'm using the rake method. And so again, I'm just making sure my sections are smooth without any tangles or any knots. And now I am starting the rake method. And by that, I'm just going to rake my fingers through my hair down this from the root to the ends. And then at some points, I'm going to push up the ends. And I'm pushing up the ends because I just want to assist with the curliness, with the definition. And I'm going to do this for the entire section of my head. This process actually takes a much shorter time because I'm literally raking the entire section. And so this probably took me about 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But also this method, this technique doesn't last as long and I don't get as much definition. As the days went on, my hair became more frizzy on this side. So this is a technique that I don't use as for my wash and goes anymore. Yes, it's quicker, but it doesn't last as long. And so this is my hair when it's fully dry. I normally put my hair up into one pineapple, but because I did two different techniques, I want to keep both sides separate so we can see how long each technique lasts. And so I'm going to put my hair into two pineapples. I'm going to put a bonnet on, and then in the morning, this is the morning, I'm taking the pineapples down. And as you can see, the side with the shingles and the twist at the end is still really defined, whereas the other side is a little bit more frizzy, which is why it's not going to last as long. When I take my pineapples down, I literally don't add any more product to it. I won't add any more product until it's time for me to wash my hair. But again, two different techniques using the same product, and the curls look totally different. So again, the question is it product versus technique? Is one more important than the other? You decide.